So I thought I'd go with a quick off-the-cuff one today, as I got contacted by a follower yesterday via Skype for Business, who mentioned that Polycom had actually released a video comparing the Polycom VoxBox against the Jabra Speak 710. And this was an interesting video because they compared the two in a bunch of different scenarios, being different distances away, and they were trying to highlight the advantages of the Polycom noise block technology, due to the fact that this has got more microphones like the old Plantronics Callisto did over the 710. Now, it was set up in a way that they were very far away from the unit. It was designed to highlight the deficiencies of a single microphone versus a DSP-enabled multi-microphone unit. And I thought it'd just be really interesting to run those tests again ourselves. I've got access to a bunch of different meeting rooms, like this we call the birdcage. We've got a few different rooms that we've got set up, and we can set these up at different distances and scenarios. Now, it is worth mentioning that Polycom did pull that video from their YouTube channel. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe they got asked nicely, maybe someone got in trouble. But at the end of the day, I've got these devices, I've got the rooms, so let's give it a shot. So for our first test, we'll start off with the Racing Lounge, which is one of our moderately large rooms, big enough that we have a big long couch in it, and we'll be performing tests for both the near side and the far side of the table. The next set of tests will be performed in our boardroom, which is a long, large boardroom, which is designed to hold 12 people. We also have our appropriately named birdcage, which, as you probably noticed, is my favourite place to film, and is an open area of sorts. It's just got a open lattice, but so we can pick up background noises. And then lastly, we have our dynamic workspace, which is called the Track. And it's a small area designed for 4 people that is relatively small huddle area. Each of the tests will be performed with the device connected directly to my laptop via USB, using the same capture method each time, which will be Goldwave running USB capture mode directly to disk. We're going to eliminate any Bluetooth or other connection issues. In smaller meeting rooms, we'll obviously put the device close and as far away as it permits, and in larger meeting rooms like this one, we'll put the device close and then we'll have another test further away. I expect the biggest results to be in the boardroom next door. So with that done, let's get to testing. Jabra Speak 710. Close proximity. Oak is strong, but also gives shade. Cats and dogs each hate the other. The pipe began to rust while new. Polycom VoxBox. Close. Oak is strong, but also gives shade. Cats and dogs each hate the other. The pipe began to rust while new. So you can see now I've set the unit up further away, and I'm speaking in similar kind of voice as I was before. We'll start off with the VoxBox. Oak is strong, but also gives shade. Cats and dogs each hate the other. The pipe began to rust while new. So the speaker's in the same location as the VoxBox was, and I'm speaking in the same voice as we were previously. Oak is strong, but also gives shade. Cats and dogs each hate the other. The pipe began to rust while new. I should also point out that because the speaker only has one microphone, it is pointed towards me. Now we have a similar situation to we had in the Polycom video, in that I'm in a large room far away from the unit. Oak is strong, but also gives shade. Cats and dogs each hate the other. The pipe began to rust while new. And again, same as last time, with the unit being so far away, I have the microphone pointed towards me. Oak is strong, but also gives shade. Cats and dogs each hate the other. The pipe began to rust while new. And just to see how much of a difference it makes, we've also got the same setup as before, but this time with the microphone facing away. Oak is strong, but also gives shade. Cats and dogs each hate the other. The pipe began to rust while new. So we have the 710 again in pretty close proximity. I'm just in the birdcage. Once again, it's that open area office. We've got a radio playing in the background. It's not really audible, but we'll go with our test phrase. Don't you make blongs during my test? Oak is strong, but also gives shade. Cats and dogs each hate the other. The pipe began to rust while new. And in the birdcage we have the VoxBox. Oak is strong, but also gives shade. Cats and dogs each hate the other. The pipe began to rust while new. VoxBox. Oak is strong, but also gives shade. Cats and dogs each hate the other. The pipe began to rust while new. Jabra Speak 710. Oak is strong, but also gives shade. Cats and dogs each hate the other. The pipe began to rust while new. Now, one of the things I have been told you can do with the VoxBox, and I've seen it work but a little terrified to do, to be honest, because it's kind of not mine. I'm borrowing it from the office. But I have been told that you can spill fluids on it and nothing will happen. We're Australians here. So we spill beer. Oh wow, it just sits on top. That's kind of cool. And I'm recording through it now as well. So you can see that just goes straight off. That's awesome. Now we clean it. I tell my boss. Oh, I missed a bit. I mean, you saw that was completely nothing happened. It kept going. It's still recording. I'm watching the VU meters go. Still making noise. Touch controls still work. And still, I've got the wrong device selected, but it works. Play music through it. I gotta be careful what I play because it'll get YouTube flagged demonetization. Works fine. So the astute among you may have noticed that I've been wearing a Plantronics 6200 UC during this whole setup. And that's honestly because it's so easy to forget you've got it on. I have got it. I am going through my reviews. First impressions are good. I'm not going to go into it too much. But look, I have been trying all sorts of things to get this off my neck, and it will not fall off. So more to come in that review. But yes, if you're asking, that's why it's there. And obviously, this audio is from that. Anyway, if you're still here, thanks for hanging around that long. Sorry, it did get a little boring hearing me say the same thing again. As you can see, we've tried both devices in a variety of scenarios and see how it goes. The review of the 6200s is coming, as is a proper review of the VoxBox, but I did just want to see what they were like against the 710, just with the recent Polycom video, and I need an excuse to pour beer on it, really. Just because it can apparently be done. And Rob, if you're watching this video, I'm not sorry. Anyway, thanks for coming along, and hopefully I have a new video out next week. Thanks. Bye.